Welcome back to Smack My Deck. If you're a fan of Resident Evil, then you're going to be very excited this weekend. Exactly the same as me. You get to play Resident Evil 4, the remake. Now, for me, Resident Evil 4 was the best Resident Evil game. It is definitely my favorite. Now, I tried playing it when they released it on the Switch recently, but I couldn't go back to those old controls. I found them very, very difficult to go back to. Back when Resident Evil 4 came out, the controls there wasn't a standard for them. Everyone was experimenting with different controls, but now that there's a standard, I like sticking with the industry standard. So when I played the demo, I noticed that the frame rate was a little bit all over the place. It was getting 30, sometimes below, sometimes higher. It was all over the place. Now, one thing on the Steam Deck is I've learned to appreciate gaming at 40 FPS. I think it delivers a good experience, and as well as that, it gives you decent battery life as opposed to playing at something that can be pushed at 60 FPS. Now, there's different settings you're going to see other people do on YouTube. There's going to be different kind of methods out there. Maybe someone's going to be playing at 30 FPS with better visuals than what I've got. I've got a 40 FPS preset here. It runs solid at 40 FPS, whether you're indoors or whether you're outdoors. It just works really, really well. So what we'll do is as we kind of go through the game, I've gone into an open area and I've just deliberately ran in there. And the reason that I've done that is because I want to test the game when there's a lot happening on screen. And you'll see that 40 FPS, it's stable, it's staying there. You might see it there, just go 3940, 3940. When I've turned it off when I'm playing it, I'm having a great experience playing this. I'm only like 30 minutes in. I started playing it late yesterday when I finished all my work, and then I had to go to sleep. But this is, yeah, it's a very, very good game. It runs really, really nicely. Now, if you're watching this on a big screen, you may think, oh, the visuals don't look that good. But always bear in mind that on the Steam Deck, we are playing on a much smaller screen, and the images look better because when I'm editing this on a large screen, and when I'm looking at it, it doesn't look as good as it does on the Steam Deck. And I think this is such a good game. The RE engine works really well on the Steam Deck, and it's nice to see that a brand new AAA game is performing astonishingly well. Here I go, I'll kind of enter the village here, and yeah, if you're on the fence about picking up this game for the Steam Deck, pick it up. At the end of the video, once we kind of run around the open part, we're going to have a look at some of the settings, or I'll go through the settings. I'll talk through some of them, but ultimately just pause it on there, have a look at them, copy them. If this is the result you want to get, if there's an improvement of the result of this result, then post it in the comments below. Like, this is just the preset I'm going with. I may change it later, but I wanted to get a video out there because there might be some new Steam Deck users. There might be people that are unaware of like the 40 FPS mode. So what you want to do is set it to 40 Hertz in the menu by pressing the three dots on the right hand side. So set it to 40 Hertz, and then you will not go higher than 40 Hertz. Most people would already know that, but if you didn't, the three dots on the right hand side, press those, go over, change the refresh rate, which at default is 60, change it to 40, toggle on the little switch that says per game profile, and it will only save that profile for Resident Evil. But as you can see, I'm running in an open area here. There were some NPCs. It looks like they've kind of ran around, but even when there were a few of them on screen, it did not dip below 39. It is a consistent 40, and it's a very, very good gaming experience. But let's go ahead and have a look at the settings. If these are the settings you want to use, you might be happy with them. They may not work for you. You might want better visuals, and you might want to cap it at 30, or you might want to go even lower and go for a 60 FPS. But from my experimentation, I wasn't getting a stable 60. It was dipping. I'd rather have a constant 40 than a stable than an unstable 60. But here you go, I'm flicking through all the settings there. I've got it at 720p, 60 Hertz, but I'm going to change it to 40 Hertz with Steam's own software. Full screen, vertical sync is on, but VSync is always on the Steam Deck. I haven't gone for FSR2, I've switched that off. For FSR1, I've gone for balance. So we get our frame rate and we get decent-ish visuals as well. But overall, so far, everything I've played looks really, really good. Have a look at my graphic settings here. That's exactly how they are. I will go over them again once we go to the top. So let's just kind of flick through there again. Yeah, pause it, feel free, have a look and check that out. But guys, that's really it for this video. If you enjoy this kind of content, then consider subscribing to the channel. This is Smack My Deck out.